Hey guys, I wanted to show you how I get my TWA into a puff. So you will need a styler or leave-in of your choice, hair gel, I like Eco Styler, a toothbrush, yep, and a stretched hairband. So this is freshly washed and deep conditioned hair. Literally just finished washing the deep conditioner out. You guys know I use the Trader Joe's Tea Tree conditioner, just finished my bottle that lasted me a whole year, and mix that with honey, and I also mix it with extra virgin olive oil, and I let it sit on my hair for an hour because I don't have a hair dryer, so I put a beanie over it and set for an hour and washed it out. Okay, I am applying some extra virgin olive oil all over my hair to seal in the water. So I use the LOC method, liquid, oil, cream, and the liquid is always water for me. And so I've applied that, and now I'm going to be using, this is my leave-in of choice, the Curly Tight Curl Enhancer, and Eco Styler Crystal. Actually, that's Eco Styler with olive oil in it, because that's what I have. So I'm going to put this on it, and I like to define my curls, but when I'm going into a puff, I don't make a big deal out of getting it really defined, but I do like to, get it through my hair, which is what you see me doing here, just raking it through as I would if I were going to do a wash and go or what have you. So I'm going to get all that in really good. And now I have all the product in my hair that I want. So now you're going to see me start to kind of mold my hair into an upward motion, and notice I'm just using my hands. I don't use any hair brushes or combs to do this, because I do use the Curly Girl method, and I don't use styling tools, so just using my hands and the product to work my hair up into the direction that I want it to go in. And once that's done, now I'm going to take these. They're not the Goody ouchless bands, but they are similar. And so this is one that I have basically stretched out. That first one you saw was like a new one that hasn't really been used that I wear just as a regular headband. So I double that over my head. And now I'm going to take some Eco Styler gel, still just using my hands. Notice that. That's what's key for me. And it can be done with the TWA. I think that's the point I want to get across with this video. So I'm going to use this toothbrush, and I wet it with water beforehand, and then put some gel on my hands and basically just smooth my my hair down in the front really good. I needed to lay as flat as possible without using a hairbrush. And I'm just kind of showing you now, what my texture is. And you guys can notice that, okay, now I'm going to smooth the back as well. Getting it in good is key, flat, smooth. And then I take the toothbrush and just kind of brush the edges down. And some of you might think that's a little bit weird, but it's an old toothbrush, and it's just soft enough to get done what I need to get done, for the purpose of this style, and I like it. And I think a baby brush probably would work as well, but this is just what I choose to use. You can use a regular hairbrush if you're okay with using brushes. That's up to you. But I achieved the look with the toothbrush perfectly fine, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, so doing this in the back too, just really trying to lay that hair down, smooth that hair down as much as possible. So now I am just about ready to go ahead and pull the band up. And also know that you can use I think a pantyhose. Some people have used pantyhose, like a knee-high tied together. They use this. So I slowly work this up. It's super tight. and I just work it up slowly until I get it to the place that I want. And I will note that when I want it to be a little bit higher, I pull the back up more than I did, and I work the front last, if that makes sense. So now I'm just kind of fluffing out the curls, shaking them out, waking them up, still going through and just making sure everything is in place the way I want it to be. Another just close up. And again, this can actually be a little bit higher if I'd pull the back up more first, but this is fine the way it is. And I'm just kind of checking out the back to make sure it's the way I want, and it is. It's amazing that I can get my hair pulled up that high at this point. So now I'm actually just going to take some hair gel and smooth my edges down, just so they're not, straight back, so to speak. And then I take the toothbrush to kind of just, make them a little bit more smoother, and they're not as harsh, if that makes sense. So I do that, and now you can see I'm kind of looking at the puff. I'm gonna straighten it out more with the band, and you have to do that, depending on how you pull it up. You have to make sure it's even. So I'm going to finish the edges, get those the way I want them to be, and then just doing some adjusting, shaking it out. I do that a lot. Okay, and I think I'm pretty much satisfied at this point. So the only other thing that I want to do is to put a scarf on. Now, when I pull my hair up into this style right after I've washed it, there can be a lot of water left in it. So I don't like water, dripping down my back. So the scarf will help smooth the edges down even more, but it'll also help soak up some of that water. So I do this while I am, still getting dressed or whatever, depending on how my morning is. I might ride with it on in the car or whatever, and then just take it down. So I tie this up, and again, it also helps just make everything lay really flat, and you don't have any flyaways or anything, so it just keeps it in place. So then later I just remove the scarf, and yeah, that's basically it. And you'll see now how it looks after having been tied down. And again, I'll just, fluff out the curls a little bit and kind of go from there. And that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching this video. Hopefully it helps you getting your TWA into a puff, because it is possible. And I'll see you guys later.